Hello everybody and welcome back to another video inside of my Minecraft survival world. So the main focus of this video is going to be working on the auto bee farm right here. So what I am going to do is I'm gonna get rid of this part of it because I'm done getting honey blocks, and this right here is made for honey blocks and I don't need it anymore. So I'm gonna get rid of this and restore the bee farm to how it originally was. And then I'm also going to build around it so that it's not just like this redstone contraption out in the open. So what I want to do is make a giant replication of a beehive and have this thing in it, and I think it's going to be pretty cool. But before I do that, though, I want to go down to the villager breeder, and good news, very, very good news. The breeder is working, or at least the last time I checked it is. So, I don't know why these villagers in here keep trying to breed. I mean, they can't breed, because there are no beds, but they keep trying to breed. I think that they somehow got bred or something, or maybe, when they're babies in here, they're getting handed bread. So, if I were to guess, that's the reason why. But, as you can see, it is working. There are villagers in here, and there are, multiple baby villagers here at a time, and it's working fairly fast. So, I think this is working now, and also, the glass is a new addition to this because it's just very convenient to just be able to look inside and just see everything, to just check if everything's working. Where did the... Wait, where did... Okay, there's the villager. Okay, for a second I lost one of the villagers, but yeah, you can see those two villagers are in there. And also, what I also got done is I finished off this entire section. So, as you can see, all of the villagers are completely maxed out to master level. And, yeah, it's very, very nice. My goal is to ideally get this entire place done before episode 100, so I'm just going to be spending a lot of time in between videos just working on this area. I don't know if I'll be able to get all the villagers to master level, but I at least want to get all the villagers into the trading hall. Alright, I'm just gonna quickly break all of this birch wood right here, and then it's actually very, very simple what it was like before. All I need is about 10 observers and some redstone, and that's pretty much it. And then so yeah, I'll just do that once I am done destroying all of this right here, and then once that's done, that's when I will start building. I did gather up some materials in between the video, so I'll have to count all the pixels on the beehive block, and it's not going to be an exact recreation. It's going to be a little bit different because there are some blocks. I just want to use basic blocks for this. But I would say that it'll look pretty similar to how it would be. Alright, now I need to place the observers all going into the beehives, and then 2 blocks at the bottom right here, which will go right there. And then all I need to do now is just place down a bunch of redstone. So the redstone's gonna go from the bottom all the way to the top. There we go. You know what? Actually, what I should do is I should probably get rid of all the glass in here, and then after that I will put in all the shears. Alright, now this entire thing should be working now. So all of these should be sheared at the same time, once one of the hives update their honey levels. So whenever one of the hives update the honey level, it'll send a signal to all of these redstone blocks here, well, redstone, and then it'll use all the dispensers. Yeah, you saw right there. And now all of the hives are harvested, and look at it, all this honey coming in. So the reason I couldn't do this for the bottles is because this would just dispense out and then there'd just be a bunch of bottles everywhere, but shears aren't going to be used if they, well, can't be used. I don't have to worry about it with this, which is very, very convenient. Oh, what are you doing here? Alright, what do you have? Is there anything of value? No, I don't think so. As usual, there's nothing that I want. Honestly, though, what would the Wandering Trader have that I'd want? Because, come to think about it, I don't think that there's anything really. I mean, I've gotten all the trees, I've gotten all that stuff, so yeah, I really don't know. Alright, so what I want to do now is kind of add in another chest right here, because I want to, so this is going to be kind of at the edge of the block, so the block's going to kind of go out like this, and then the chest will just be easily accessed, right here. So if I just kind of build this thing right here, kind of like this little box, and so this is going to be the inside. So I think blocks are kind of 16 by 16 pixels. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All right, yes. So this is correct. So now I can just put a block right there for the edges. There we go. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And then I think this is it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, there we go. So that's a 14 block gap, and then I can go all the way to the end here. And so this is how large it will be. I still have to go up, but this is how big it will be. I do need to make a beehive so that I can have just a reference when I'm building it. Alright, I'll put this right out front here. Oh, and also the forest on the hill has all pretty much completely grown, I think. So yeah, isn't this much nice? I did bone meal the ground so it looks a little bit more overgrown. But I would say that this looks very, very nice, and it definitely looks a lot better than just a plain hills like over here. Alright, so back to the bee farm. So I'm gonna get all the wood out of here. So I'm gonna start with, I'm gonna kind of start with the outline. So I'm thinking the outline is gonna be kind of like a spruce outline, this kind of bottom section right here. So I'm just gonna turn all this into planks right here, and then I'll replace this with spruce, and I'll do that with the rest of the corners as well. But this needs to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Alright, 13 blocks up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There we go, and then I can just go all the way across, kind of making a cube shape. It's slightly shorter than a cube, but it's basically a cube. Alright, so here's the frame. Now, I'm gonna try and make the first side first. I just need to do two sides, really. I just need to design two sides, because this is only on one side of the block, but this side is on every other side. So I'm gonna start with this one with kind of the little, I don't know, slot thing. So these slightly darker wood is also gonna be made out of spruce. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 blocks in from here, a 6 block gap. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. So that is where this bottom line comes in. So it just needs to go 3 blocks up. And then I think 3 blocks, or is it? Okay, so it needs to have a 3 block gap. So actually 4 blocks up. So 2, 3, 4. And then it'll just go all the way to the sides in a line, just like this. And And then there's going to be kind of like a slot in the middle. So the thing is that this is going to be the entrance right here. Oh, okay, I need to look at that. So it's going to be, so here, so it goes out one block after that pillar in the middle right there. So it's going to be the entrance, so what I'm going to need to do is fly in to it. So it's going to be a little bit inconvenient, but I think that it's pretty, I think it's pretty cool entrance. More interesting than just a regular door, right? So I'll make a line going right there. And then there's a 3-block gap, and so I'm just going to do a 3-block gap and then a line across. This part's a little bit tricky because I'm not exactly sure what to do for this this top bit right here, because I think this is, I'm gonna guess that this area right here, this darker area, is supposed to be shade, because this, I think this part is goes out if it weren't a block. Or at least that's what I'm gonna do. So this top part here, the lid, is gonna go out a block to give it some depth. But I'm gonna probably do a 3-block gap there, and then maybe have just a 1-block gap, or maybe I'll do a 2-block gap and then another 2-block gap. I'm not sure. Alright, now this looks pretty similar to the front. You know, it's the color differences are much smaller on this block, but there's not really that much that I can do with this, with that. So, I would say that I think this is pretty good. I went for the 2-block gap up here instead of 3-block, and then 1-block gap. And then I'm going to do now the side here. So I'm gonna move this over here, and I'll move it to the side so I can see a little bit easier. Oh, you know what, it might actually be easier to see if it's like this, and then I'm looking down like that. So in the middle, like on this side, I need to put one in the exact middle, but the left side, because there is no exact middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, there we go. That's the exact middle. And that goes up 3 blocks. And then it goes across, and then there's 2-block gaps on each side, and then a pillar. And that goes up 3 blocks as well. So yeah, it's almost the same. Yeah, it's pretty much the same. So, except there's just no slot. So, 3-block gap. There we go. And then I'm going to go across like this. And then, so there's 2 blocks right here, 2 blocks. And then I build up like that. It is 3 blocks high, right? Yeah, it is. And then I go up on this side and go across like this. Okay, I need more wood. Alright, now this is this side complete. I would say that this looks pretty good. If I go over on a diagonal angle, yeah, you can see. I would say that this looks a lot like a beehive. Yeah, I like this. So, I'm going to copy this side on both of these sides. I will need to get a little bit more spruce wood, but then once I do that, I will be able to copy these 2 sides. And then after I'm done that, we'll be able to do the top part, the lid of the beehive, and then I'll go on to doing the interior. Alright, now those are the sides complete now. So now for the lid, it goes out 3 blocks. So, well, it goes up 3 blocks, and, or yeah, I'll just start with that. So 3 blocks, and I'm also, to add some depth, I'm gonna do it 1 block out just like this. There's no gonna be, I think it's just gonna be solid oak wood, and for the other lines up here, I'm thinking of either doing slabs or using just spruce wood. I think I might use kind of slabs to do it so that these parts are kind of slightly up higher than the rest of the surface up there. I think that's what I'll do for the top. Alright, I've built this up now, so I need to make these two lines right here. So since this whole gap is 16 blocks instead of 14 blocks like on the block, I'm just gonna need to make this equal. So if I were splitting this equally, how would I do? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I had a 6-block gap here, I know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6-block gap like right here. So then if I expanded this out, so this here is a 4-block gap, and those two are 5, I think that would work. Alright. So I think how is it? Alright, so yeah, it should be like this, so it's going horizontally, or to the side, if it's on the part with the slot. Alright, now how does this look? Alright, I would say that this looks pretty good, and as you can see for the top, I feel like the lines on the top of the beehive aren't dark enough for them to be spruce wood, so I just made them oak wood and had indents in the roof. So I am just gonna be putting a bunch of torches on the top right here, because I don't want any mobs to be spawning up here. I'll also do that for the inside of the beehive. Alright, now for the inside, I am going to need some blocks. One of those are honeycomb blocks. Now, I'm not exactly sure how you make honeycomb blocks. I know you need a honeycomb, but I just don't know how much. Okay, so only 4. Alright. If it's only 4, that's actually pretty good. So if I just make all these, then 2 stacks, I'll make 3 stacks. So if I get rid of 4, and then I'll have exactly 3 stacks of honeycomb blocks. There we go. So yeah, it's not like these are expensive at all, because I have more honeycomb than I'll ever need, and more is being produced every minute. So yeah, and that's not much of a concern. And I'm also gonna use a yellow wool, so maybe about I'll do 3 stacks. 3 stacks is probably more than enough. And black wool because yellow and black are kind of like the bee colors. So that's gonna be used for the floor, and the honeycomb is gonna be for the roof. I'm not gonna have any honey going out of the actual beehive here. It's just because I don't think that it'd look that good, to be honest. So this place is pretty dark in here, so I'm going to start by probably making the walls. So, the walls are just going to be made out of birch, so, I'll make them 4 blocks tall. Here we go. And so it's just going to go all around so that the wood from the outside isn't what it looks like on the inside. And yeah, I'll just go all around right here. Okay, so now I need to work on the entrance. So I will get hurt every time that I go out of the honey farm, but I'm just gonna try to make it a little bit easier for me. So I am going to make this bottom block right here out of spruce, and so it's gonna be kind of like a mini tunnel. And then I'm gonna bring this out a couple of blocks, and there we go. And then I'll bring this across right here, and then I'll bring out one more block down with spruce, kind of making all around this. So there we go. And then I'll do this. So it's like, so this is what it's like. So I just go out like that, and there we go, easy peasy. And then I can fly back in just like this. And there we go. So yeah, I will need fireworks if I want to get out, but worst scenario, I just have to break out like this. So I don't need these extra. I'll need a double layer of spruce right here. So the ceiling is going to have an outline of spruce though, so I'll just go all the way around like this with spruce. And then inside of that spruce, that is where the honeycomb is going to be. So I need to make a bit more spruce right here. And yeah, so this is the outline for the honeycomb. And then this in here can be all filled with honeycomb. How do you break honeycomb? Do you need a hoe? No. Is there just no block for breaking honeycomb? Okay, that's bad if you place large amounts of honeycomb and there's no block to be able to break it. Maybe shears actually. Shears, it might make sense if shears broke honeycomb fast. Alright, there we go. So that is the roof all complete, and now I'll just dig out the floor. I will get rid of all this honeycomb and stuff because I don't need it. And my inventory is pretty full. So here we go. I will need to dig out the floor a little bit under the chests because it's not that big of a deal, but it's kind of just, it looks a lot nicer. If under the chest you can see the grass is showing, if all that will be kind of like yellow and black stripes too, just like the rest of the floor, that'd be nice. Okay, so that's all that dug out, and then 1, 2, 3. I think that's good. I don't know, maybe that block right in there. So, I'll make that black wool right in there. There we go. And then yellow wool and black wool, and then more yellow wool right here, and then it's just alternating in stripes. Alright, so this looks like the interior is all done. You know, I am going to put some torches right in here. And so, yeah. This looks good. I think that this whole thing is done now. One thing that I do want to do though is light up here, because as you can see it's pretty dark. So I'll just do some torches on the corner here, and you know what? I'll just do one torch there, and I'm sure that will be just fine. Okay, so I'm gonna end this video now, so hopefully you guys did enjoy, and I hope that you guys like this massive beehive. I've been trying to build a bunch of things up on the surface instead of underground so I can look at everything that I've built, and yeah, things are starting to come together. So, yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy. I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.